Big story we're tracking at this hour. Human rights activist Erom Sharmila has been rearrested by the Manipur police. This confirmation came from the ADG of Manipur just a short while ago. Remember, a little over an hour ago, Erom Sharmila, who was fasting at a tin shack in Imphal for the past 2 days since her release from the Imphal jail hospital, was forcibly taken away by those women cops who you can see on your TV screens at the moment. We saw Erom Sharmila putting up strong resistance, shouting and screaming, but the police forcibly dragged her away. She was taken to the nearby hospital. The police had earlier claimed that this was not an arrest, that they were only concerned about her deteriorating health. But now it seems she has formally been rearrested. Tracking that story for us is my colleague Monudeepa Banerjee, who now joins us from Imphal. Monudeepa, this is quite curious. Less than an hour ago, the Deputy Chief Minister of Manipur stated categorically that this was not an arrest, that the government was doing this only because it was concerned about Erom Sharmila's health. Now, the police have confirmed that they have in fact rearrested her.
That's right. In fact, the Deputy Chief Minister has also confirmed to us that yes, indeed, Erom Sharmila has been rearrested. Now, as I mentioned, and as we have been talking about this morning, the lack of clarity is very, very obvious. Even now, when I just spoke to the Deputy Chief Minister, he could not clarify under what charges has Erom Sharmila been rearrested. That is not clear yet. But the fact of the matter is that she will have to be placed in court within the next 24 hours, and then it is most likely that she will be charged with Section 309 again, which is attempt to commit suicide. The Sessions Court on Tuesday said that Erom Sharmila was not trying to commit suicide. That could not be the charge against her. In the new circumstances of her being released and refusing to eat and refusing to be nose-fed, the government or the police feel that they will be able to reapply that same old charge of 309, and that is attempt to commit suicide. This is the only bit of clarity we are getting at the moment. The government and the police also trying to thrash out the issue. They have taken a step, and now they will have to defend the step in court. Erom Sharmila will have to be produced in court in the next 24 hours and charges framed against her.
Right, Monudeepa, of course, both the police and the government of Manipur claiming that they are doing this only because they're concerned about Sharmila's health, but pictures speak for themselves, and we've been looking at some very, very painful pictures of Sharmila screaming and shouting, and her women supporters around her even crying, refusing to let her go, but the women cops there forcibly dragging her away. This was, of course, a little over an hour ago. Many have called this insensitive handling of the entire episode by the Manipur police.
The Deputy Chief Minister, again, when this matter was brought up to him, he immediately called the police and said that there are these adjectives being used about how it was a forcible removal, that Erom Sharmila was manhandled, and apparently the policeman at the other end of the line said that there was no other option. We did the best that we could. I believe the Deputy Chief Minister was speaking to the DG of police. So the Deputy Chief Minister trying to explain that in the circumstances there was no perhaps option for the police but to take her away the way they did. We were told by the Deputy Chief Minister that apparently at that time she sat down on the ground and refused to move, which is when the police women had to bodily lift her and take her into...
All right, we seem to have lost the phone line there to Monudeepa Banerjee. We'll try and go back to her as soon as we can. So the latest from Imphal is that Erom Sharmila has formally been rearrested by the Manipur police. This confirmation came, in fact, from the ADG of Manipur as well as the Deputy Chief Minister just a short while ago. Curiously, just an hour ago, the Deputy Chief Minister had denied having Erom Sharmila arrested. All right, I'm told we can go back to Monudeepa Banerjee, who is with us on the phone line from Imphal. Monodeepa, we've been talking about the flip-flops, as it were, by the government on this issue in a matter of just a couple of hours. Now, talking about where this case stands legally, would it seem like the police and the administration may be on very shaky ground at the moment, given that the Imphal court, which ordered her release just 2 days ago, had made it abundantly clear that Iram Sharmila cannot be charged with attempted suicide and had in fact told the government to make sure that she remains free?
Well, that's right, certainly, which is why there is this lack of clarity about whether she was rearrested or she has not been arrested. Now we know she has been rearrested. Why has she been arrested? Again, no clarity. Are they going to slap her with Section 309, attempted suicide again? Again, no clarity as yet. We hope to get clarity later in the day. Certainly, the government and the police of Manipur thrust into the horns of dilemma by the Sessions Court, which on Tuesday said that it was not an attempt to commit suicide by Iram Sharmila, so she should be freed, but at the same time tasked the state government with ensuring her health and force-feed her, give her nasal feed if necessary. So caught between the horns of a dilemma, the police and the government acting in what they consider the best possible manner. Their concern, they say, is for Sharmila's health, and therefore they have taken this step. Within the next 24 hours, we will definitely get to know under what charges she has been taken into custody again. But indications coming from the Deputy Chief Minister that it is most likely going to be Section 309 again in a different set of circumstances. That is what he was explaining to us, that yes, she was released, but she refused to break her fast. She wouldn't eat, she wouldn't allow medical checkups. We believe, and that is what the Deputy Chief Minister said, that a medical checkup has been done and the doctors have advised that her health is at risk, and therefore, again, the government will, the police will bring charges of attempted suicide once again in a different set of circumstances than in the last 14 years. That seems to be the logic of the government at the moment. We'll have to wait for more clarity on this, but at the moment, Iram Sharmila, 42 years old, frail, without food for the last 40 hours after her release. She is now back where she was for the last 14 years at the Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences. We are not sure whether she is being nose-fed once again, but the possibility is imminent.
Right, Monodeepa, stay with us. We'll come back to you in just a bit for the latest on this developing story. Let me now go across to writer and activist Beena Lakshmi Nepram, who joins us once again for a reaction to these latest developments. Ma'am, thanks for joining us once again. Well, so it's really the same old story playing out all over again. Barely 2 days after her release from her makeshift jail at that hospital, Iram Sharmila has been arrested once again by the Manipur police. We know she will be produced in court in the next 24 hours. How do you react to this latest development?
As I said, the court in Manipur has already said that her struggle is political and it is her detention on the ground by Manipur police is illegal. In spite of that, after being released for 2 days, she has been re-arrested again. This is again a breach of law in itself, so we are seeing how it will unfold. But at the moment, what we are wanting is, because Iram Sharmila is adamant that she will not allow any more forced feeding. She said she will not allow any more forced feeding. That's why, as this drama plays out right now in Manipur, our appeal to the Manipur government as well as the central government are these. First, appoint an interlocutor to start negotiation between Iram Sharmila's camp for removing of Afsa and the government. Number two, the Manipur government must repeal the Stop Area Act immediate effect. If that is repealed, then army cannot be called in and automatically Afsa will not be there in Manipur. So that is the first demand that we are having, and our family is to the government and the government that Afsa is something which this new government must revisit, must reverse this, which is against the constitution of our country. It violates Article 21 of our constitution. So these are the demands right now. We are worried about our health, and we are keeping a close watch, as I said, even as we speak. because the struggle is not just about Iram Sharmila. What she's doing is to ensure that the 20,000 people who have been shot dead in Manipur under these armed forces and disturbed conditions, for her, this time, she told me very clearly, she's willing to sacrifice her life.
Right. Right. Beena Lakshmi Nepram, thanks so much for speaking to NDTV and giving us your reaction to this latest development. Iram Sharmila being rearrested by the Manipur police barely less than 48 hours after she was actually released from her house arrest. All right, let's now go back to Monadeepa Banerjee, who's still with us on the phone line from Imphal. Monadeepa, you heard Beena Lakshmi there talking about how the larger issue of revocation of AFSPA, which has been repeatedly described by activists as a draconian law, needs to be addressed. And that's something that you've also been talking about, that while we have seen high drama unfolding over the last 48 hours, with Iram Sharmila first being released, now being rearrested, fact of the matter is that the larger issue that she espouses is not even being talked about.
That's true, AFSPA is on the front burner again. That is what the agitators, the activists are saying, and certainly with Iram Sharmila's release 40 hours ago, it seemed like AFSPA was back in front and needed to be tackled. But we were again we have spoken endlessly to Iram Sharmila about this. She feels it's a law that has widowed many women, that has left many mothers without their sons, many women without their husbands and fathers. So given that, this law must go, and she said she would appeal for a mass uprising to ensure that this law went. That is what she wants the government to do, repeal the law. But we have been talking extensively to the Deputy Chief Minister on this issue. He says the situation in Manipur does not allow for the law to be repealed. He pointed out that in the last few years, AFSPA has been removed from 7 constituencies in the Imphal area, and that a step has been taken as a result of Iram Sharmila's past. But he said removing it from the other parts of the city, of the state, very, very difficult indeed, given that there are 30 to 50 underground organizations operating in this state. He then issued an appeal to Sharmila. He said that Sharmila should appeal to the underground elements to give up arms, to give up violence, and then the removal of AFSPA would become automatic. There was also a suggestion by someone that why don't you, lift the AFSPA for a couple of days or maybe a week, and then Sharmila can break her fast. And to that, the Deputy Chief Minister said that it's impossible, it is not possible to lift the law and reimpose it like that, particularly a law like AFSPA. So he is hoping that Iram Sharmila and other people, other stakeholders in this whole issue, like the activists, will appeal to the underground to give up arms, stop violence, so that AFSPA can be repealed.